Somebody need you. Kumbaya. Oh, somebody need you. Kumbaya. Oh, somebody need you. Kumbaya. Hey, Lord, Kumbaya. Oh, Jesus will call you. Kumbaya. Oh, Jesus will call you. Kumbaya. Oh, Jesus will call you. Kumbaya. Hey, Lord, Kamaya, Lord, I'm going down to Jordan. Kamaya, Lord, I'm going down to Jordan. Kamaya, Lord, I'm going down to Jordan. Kamaya, hey, Lord, Kamaya. Lord, I can't cross the river. Come by, Lord, I can't cross the river. Come by, Lord, I can't cross the river. Come by, hey, Lord, come by. Lord, I want to get to heaven. Come by, Lord, I want to get to heaven. Come by, Lord, I want to get to heaven. Come by, hey, Lord, come by. Somebody need you. Come by, Lord. Somebody need you. Come by, Lord. Somebody need you. Come by, hey, Lord. Come by.
Good evening. Beautiful to have you smiling faces. I know y'all smiling. My name is Arthretta Holmes Martin, and I'm here to welcome you to our celebration. Tonight, we are telling our story. It is the story of a group of people bound by love of music and history. We came together as the Washington Rebels, Jubilee Voices. We came together in 2010 to help the Washington Rebels tell the story of the Civil War during the 1800s and how it changed our nation. The Jubilee Voices have been on a fantastic journey. We sing African-American traditional songs, African-American traditional stories. All of this is about our ancestors. That journey, which was only supposed to last a few years after that civil rights event, well, it has lasted a decade, 10 years. All the way, we've been singing songs we've known since we were children. We're telling stories of local families and tiny towns, and we founded by so many of the enslaved and the free. We share melodies heard on front porches and in fields and on grandmama's knees, all of that. Related family histories that were whispered down and told around kitchen tables through the ages. Inspiring tales is what we tell about historical figures and women and men whose names we may never know. Through songs of struggle and perseverance, Jubilee Voices continues the great oral tradition in the Black community, giving ancestors voice, praising their songs, passing their songs from one generation to the other. Stories and traditions give us strength and they give us power. Lives are inspired. And we want to remind ourselves and each other and the community why the fight for freedom and equality must continue. We want to make stories known because they affirm who we are and because our lives, all of our lives, Black lives, they matter. Now let us begin.
Whole day,
Yonder come day,
whole day,
yonder come day,
whole day.
yonder come day. Say I'm walking to my soul. Yonder come day,
Judgment day,
yonder come day,
judgment day,
yonder come day,
judgment day.
yonder come day. Say I'm walking to my soul. Yonder come day,
New Year's Day,
yonder come day,
New Year's Day,
yonder come day,
New Year's Day.
yonder come day. Say I'm walking to my soul. Yonder come day,
On my knees,
yonder come day,
on my knees,
yonder come day.
on my knees.
Yonder come day, say I'm broken to my soul. Yonder come day,
Whole day,
yonder come day,
whole day,
yonder come day,
whole day.
yonder come day, say I'm broken to my soul. Yonder come day.
Yonder come day. Let me tell you a little bit about why we sing. We sing to come together as a group and as a community. Jubilee Voices performances are often sung with our audiences, not just as us singing to you. We like participation. Tonight is no exception to that. We are going to sing songs and ask you to come along and sing with us. Come By Here is the first one of those songs. Many of you may know it by Kumbaya or Kumbaya. There's many variations to this song. It is a Gullah Geechee song, and it was originally recorded in the Library of Congress's profile. Well, they have a recording of it. It was actually sung for centuries and generations, but the recording is in the Library of Congress. And it's recorded in 1926. Kumbaya, Come By Here, Kumbaya, is sung in the Carolinas. It's sung in Georgia by Georgia Sea Island Gullah. And it's also sung in Florida because the Gullah were all those people along the coast who worked a lot of the rice plantations. Tonight, I'm gonna teach you the version that I learned as a little girl. It's called Come By Here. Now, we're gonna start this way. I'm gonna sing it nice and slow, and I'm gonna give you time to repeat after me. So go like this. Come by here, my Lordy, come by here. Now, your turn. Come by here, my Lordy, come by here. I know y'all did that real nice. Okay, my turn, I'm gonna do it again. Come by here, my Lordy, come by here. Now your turn. Come by here, my Lordy, come by here. Now, we're gonna sing this part again. Come by here, my Lordy, come by here. Your turn. Come by here, my Lordy, come by here. And then my turn. Oh, Lord, come by here. Your turn. Oh, Lord, come by here. Okay, now we're gonna sing it all together. I'm gonna pick up the pace just a wee bit, and we're gonna sing this song just like we are in the Georgia Sea Islands, Charleston, South Carolina, or on the coast of Gullah, Florida. Here we go. Come by here, my Lordy, come by here. Come by here, my Lordy, come by here. Come by here, my Lordy, come by here. Oh Lord, come by here. Somebody's crying, Lord, come by here. Somebody's crying, Lord, come by here. Somebody's crying, Lord, come by here. Oh Lord, come by here. In the morning, won't you come by here? In the morning, won't you come by here? In the morning, won't you come by here? Oh Lord, come by here. Oh, come by here, my Lord, come by here. Come by here, my Lord, come by here. Come by here, my Lord, come by here. Oh Lord, come by here. Well, oh Lord, come by here. Oh Lord, come by here. Yay! Give yourself a hand.
Hello, Jubilee Voices family. I want to wish you happy anniversary in this Jubilee July celebration that you all are having. I really wish I could be there with you to celebrate. Singing with Jubilee Voices was just, from a musical point of view, one of the best experiences of my life. I had such a wonderful time singing with such talented people under the direction of Andrea, and there just was nothing like it. I've never had such an experience, and of course it's also fun to dress up in costumes as well. But the music and the voices, the professionals in the group, it was just great. I wish you many, many more in the future. I hope that eventually, when I move back to the States, that I'm able to join you again and sing with you guys. So congratulations again on your anniversary, and I hope to be singing with you soon in person sometime after a vaccine. Take care. Bye.
Hi, everyone. I'm Greg Magruder, and as you can see in Jubilee Voices, we do a lot of time traveling. I think one of the most interesting bits of time travel we've done was a show that we did in 2016, and it was on the steps or at Arlington House. This is the house where the former military director general for the Confederate Army lived. And we were there for another unusual event. It was a reenactment of a wedding that took place at Arlington House. And this was a wedding that happened in 1826. It was a wedding of two people who were enslaved at Arlington House. You know, very unusual that that could happen, but this parlor where this wedding happened, years later, this is where Robert E. Lee himself got married to his wife. But what was also unusual about that event was that people who were reenacting the wedding were descendants of those two people who were married, Maria Carter and Charles Syphax. And descendants of those two people went on to be very prominent in the Washington, D.C. area. And I think one thing that was so unusual was almost this surreal experience. After this wedding happened, we gathered on the portico of Arlington House, singing songs of freedom, overlooking Washington, D.C., and it was time traveling like there was no other. And you had a little bit of pride because you were thinking, how about this? A bunch of Black people singing on the front steps of the home that used to be owned by the Confederate general. A new day has come, and a new day is here now, and a new day is before us. But talking about time traveling, let's look at our beginnings.
Hi, I'm Greg Lewis, Executive Director of Washington Rebels.
And I'm Roberta Gaspari, Artistic Director of Washington Rebels.
And we're here to tell you a little bit about the formation and the beginnings of Jubilee Voices. It goes back over 20 years, actually to the mid-90s when Andrea Blackford became a member of the Christmas Revels Chorus. She became a board member. She was a very important member of the community. And tracking forward then to the show in 1998, which was a first. Roberta?
Yes, that was our first original Revels. We called it Shepherd Alley, and it was created to commemorate and demonstrate the alley communities here in Washington, D.C. area and Baltimore. And their kind of traditions that came about that were related to Christmas celebrations. It was an incredible show, groundbreaking in many ways, and not easy, difficult, but so worth it.
Afterwards, not more than a month after that show, she and her husband Harold, who was in that show and had been in a few, got married. The scene ratchets forward now to the Library of Congress, not just a few years after that in the early 2000s, for something called Hidden Washington.
Yes, we took part of our Hidden Washington show came from the Shepherd Alley piece of it, showing and demonstrating the community, the very tight and close-knit communities that lived back in the alleys. That program was presented with panel discussions, and it was incredibly well received. And we were thrilled to be able to do the material again.
And so we move forward now to 2005, 2006, 2007, when we put on a series of productions that we call Bridges of Song. And this not only involved our folks from Revels coming in with Andrea and Harold and other African Americans and putting on one show, but then for two following that we did with Allen Chapel AME Church, where they were the performers. We directed, we produced, but they were the performers.
And one of the wonderful things is that in Revels, we always seek to create circles and then enlarge them and invite more people in, much like we're doing through Jubilee July, hoping to touch more people with this wonderful history, 10-year history of our Jubilee Voices, and just invite more people into the process to sing with us and revel with us.
So now we're about 5 years before the actual formation, which occurred in 2010 and 2011. And we were fortunate to run into a couple of people who were involved with having to commemorate the sesquicentennial of the Civil War, and they were looking for something different. And I thought back to what we had done and said, well, how about musical organizations that can deal with music and dance and history and reading, with help from the Maryland Heritage Areas Authority and from Heritage Montgomery. We actually got enough money to be able to put it all together, and up came, in birth order, Jubilee Voices, and then Heritage Voices, which is a mixed group of Black and white, and then our Voices of History.
The time of the celebration, we were everywhere in Montgomery County in so many historical sites, and it really made the group a family. And that feeling and that depth, you can hear it in the sounds and you can hear it in the voices. And it really has continued and only grown since then.
And now let's have a word from another special guest.
My name is Joy Turner, and I am a community educator and historian in Sandy Spring, Maryland. About 10 years ago, I had a chance encounter with the Jubilee Voices as they were performing at the Sandy Spring Museum. I had just gotten back into town, and I was beginning to delve into my family history, something that I had not done before. And their music was so inspiring that I needed to learn more about who they were and how this music affected African American lives in our community. And so after the concert, I walked over and I saw this tall gentleman, Harold, who looked exactly like my great uncle, Enoch George Howard. And I met he and his lovely wife, Andrea. And we began to talk. And let me tell you, it was right on time, because it gave me the impetus to continue looking and delving into the history of my family and the community. And it was the first time that I had actually said, wait, there are a group of people who are looking into this same history, and we're all learning about this together. And so it just so happened that 2 weeks later was the historic Sharp Street Picnic and Parade at the Sharp Street United Methodist Church, the first African American church established in Montgomery County. And I thought, I've got to call up Andrea and see if they would be interested in performing in this picnic and parade. And yes, she agreed. And so I'm told it was the first time that they had dressed in costume, period costume, for an event. And we marched as had been done for over 80 years from the school to the church grounds. And when we got on those church grounds, the Jubilee Voices lifted up the participants and the event goers with their voices, and they inspired us, and they showed us what it may have been like when our ancestors sang those songs of joy and pain and inspiration. And I was moved, as was the community. And so I just want to thank you. Thank you for inspiring us all throughout these years. Thank you for educating us to the importance of music and what it does to bring people together and to allow us to learn more about ourselves and the world around us.
I'm Andrea Blackford, and I am founder and director of the Washington Rebels Jubilee Voices.
And I'm Betsy Fulford, and I'm music director of Washington Rebels and co-director with Andre Blackford of Heritage Voices.
And the formation of this group came a long time before it even happened. We both came in on doing our Christmas Revels together in 1993 and became friends, which helped sort of solidify this relationship.
Yeah, I think that's one of the things that makes it so much fun to work together on Heritage Voices, is that we are both friends and enjoy really doing the research and kind of handing off the conducting and working on the music together. It's been a real joy. And I will say that that the first time that we did anything together was actually at the Corcoran Museum in 2010. Soon after Jubilee Voices was formed, we did a short concert and kind of mixed together some early American music with some African American spirituals. And I think that really was the juice that got some of the Heritage Voices stuff going.
Yes, we had a grand total of a repertoire of 5 songs at that point, but we soldiered on, and it was a very, very successful concert, and it got us ready for our first gigs, which happened soon after that. But the group is a joy to work with, and I'll tell you why. The vision of Blacks and whites and people of all generations singing together in antebellum times
was rare. The chances were slim to none that something like that would happen, particularly during and after the Civil War. And I like to think that Heritage Voices represents the dreams of people who believed in freedom and who believed in equality. And singing together and exchanging the songs that we know. We sing everything from parlor songs to spirituals. And there was great joy for having members of Jubilee Voices teach the rest of the group how to sing the spirituals and what's involved. And a lot of that was improvisation and not a lot of paper music, and it was fun. We learned from each other, and we've grown together to the point where our family, our Jubilee Voices family, has been extended, and the Heritage Voices family, it embraces us all.
Yeah. I was just thinking about the wonderful thing that you taught us about the good times ending. And it took us a while, but we white folk eventually really got into it. So thank you for bringing us the good times ending.
For those who don't know, if you ever watch a rerun of the Norman Lear comedy Good Times, there is a song that ends with a lot of wonderful, joyous improvisation. And we, for short, put the good times on it, good times ending. And that's what we do in Jubilee, and that's what we do with Heritage, and we have a lot of fun together.
So one great thing about being in Jubilee Voices is that we get to sing with a lot of wonderful people and a lot of people with wonderful voices. So one of our late members, she's no longer with us in body, but with us in spirit. And we remember her just because she had such a compelling way of telling the story of a song. And this person is June Lambert. June sang with choruses, choirs around the Washington, D.C. area. And she had a voice that, I swear, could call down the angels to listen to what she had to say. One of her signature songs was I Know I've Been Changed. This is a song that some of you may know of. It's a very popular gospel song, but June sang it like no one else could. And one memorable occasion of which she delivered this song was at the National Archives. This was for the 150th anniversary of the Emancipation Proclamation. And if you look on CNN, you might be able to find a snippet of that. But everybody was there, you know, members of Congress, all the leaders, the power and glory of political Washington was there at that evening, and it was very special. So we're going to share an updated version of that song with you now. Thanks to the wonders of technology, we created a virtual choir last week, and we are singing this song again and singing again with June leading us on.
I know I've been changed. I know I've been changed. I know I've been changed. You know the angels in the heaven done sign my name. I know I've been changed. I know I've been changed. I know I've been changed. You know the angels in the heaven done sign my name. If you don't believe I've been redeemed, you know the angels in heaven done sign my name. Just follow me down to Jordan's chilling stream. You know the angels in the heaven done sign my name. You know I stepped in the water was cold. You know the angels in heaven done but it didn't touch my soul. You know, the angels in heaven done sign my name. I know I've been changed. Yes, sir. I know I've been changed. I know I've been changed. You know, the angels in heaven done sign my name. I know I've been changed. I know I've been changed. I know I've been changed. You know, the angels in heaven done sign my name. You know, the angels in heaven done sign my name. You know, the angels in heaven done sign my name. So glad the angels in heaven done sign my name.
So that was our tribute to the memory of June Lambert. So while you can hear June's voice was deep and powerful, if you're in a singing group, you need somebody who's at the other end of the spectrum. So where do we go for that? We go to Christina, who is also known as our songbird. So Christina is going to teach you a song and ask you to sing with her. It's called Eyes on the Prize, Keep Your Hand on the Plow. This is a song that we can trace back to the early times in our country, but it was a song that also found popularity during the Civil Rights era. Christina, take it away.
Good evening, everyone. Keep Your Eyes on the Prize, like you said, comes from, it's an old spiritual song about continuing through adversity. The lyrics were adapted from the Civil Rights Movement by activist Alice Wine in 1956. The song is the quintessential civil rights anthem, and the words just talk about the transcending oppression and persevering despite the struggles and obstacles that were arising during that time. So here we go. Eyes on the Prize, and I believe you have the lyrics up. Paul and Silas, bound in jail, had no money to pay their bill. Keep your eyes on the prize. Hold on. Paul and Silas began to shout. The doors popped open and all walked out. Keep your eyes on the prize. Hold on. And here's where you join me. I sing, hold on. And you say, hold on, hold on. And then you, hold on. Keep your eyes on the prize. Hold on. So let's try that again. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Keep your eyes on the prize. Hold on. Well, the only thing we did wrong, stayed in the wilderness too long. Keep your eyes on the prize. Hold on. The only thing that we did right was the day we started to fight. Keep your eyes on the prize. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Keep your eyes on the the prize. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Keep your eyes on the prize. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Keep your eyes on the prize. Hold on.
Hi, everybody. It is great to see all your beautiful faces, old and new to me. I'm AZ Dungy, and I was part of the Washington Revels when it started. So I was at the first ever rehearsal, and I just remember the immediate feeling of community that we had. Like was said before, we felt like a family right away. And learning the songs and bonding in our shared history and keeping alive past traditions. It was a joy to come every week and rehearse with you guys. And one of the hardest things about leaving the DC area was having to leave my Jubilee Voices family behind me. So I'm really happy to be here and to be celebrating with you guys today. I am in sunny Los Angeles. And since I left Jubilee Voices, I did a web series called Ask a Slave. And from there, I went on to do some writing for television and producing for television shows. And I can tell you right now that no matter what I do, sometimes I'll be in the kitchen just frying some fish, and those old songs will just come right back to me. One really great memory that came from just sitting here being with you guys today is when she was talking about the Sharp Street Parade. And yes, I remember that parade because it was the first time we were in costume. And let me tell you, if you don't think that the ancestors had trials and tribulations, then be outside in 100-degree weather in the middle of Maryland in a hoop skirt. Try that on for a change. But anyway, so thank you guys for having me. And yeah, keep singing, keep those songs alive. I'm with you in heart and spirit, even though I am thousands of miles away.
Hello, everyone. Hi, Jubilee Voices. My name is Yewande Odetoyimbo, and I was in the Jubilee Voices. It's funny, I had to look back and see when I started in the group, and I cannot believe, I think I was actually a part of the group for almost 5 years. So I started in 2011, and was singing off and on with the group until I left for grad school in 2016. In 2018, I finished my master's in musical theater performance from the Boston Conservatory at Berkeley. And my plan was to either move to New York or move back to DC, but I've been constantly doing shows. One of my favorite roles that I did, which actually kind of reminded me of the Jubilee singers, the Jubilee Voices, was I did a play called Breath and Imagination, which was about the life of Roland Hayes. And I actually got to play Roland Hayes' mother. I love you all. Happy anniversary. And yeah, that's all. Bye.
Oh, freedom. Oh, freedom. Oh, freedom over me. And before I'd be a slave, I'd be buried in my grave and go
Greetings, everyone. Being part of the Washington Voices for, wow, 2012, 2013, time just flies by. When I think of Jubilee Voices, I think about the history that we preserve. We did this and we continue to do this to honor our ancestors, those whose names we know, and those who we ask the ancestors that we do know to remind us of. It is important to understand our past, to know from where we come. And our history doesn't begin on the shores of the New World, it begins on the continent of Africa, but it's also important to understand those ancestors who endured the horrors of the transatlantic slave trade, the Middle Passage, our African Holocaust, and were able to endure the trials and tribulations of this new world in which the wealth of this country, the United States, was built on their backs, with their blood, with their womb. And the lessons that we learned, the lessons of resilience, the lessons of love, the lessons of honor, of respect that were passed down through the traditions that we could keep and the traditions that we created, including our songs. That brings us to the now, where we are able to take the stories of our ancestors, the songs that they shared, the traditions that they kept around the DC metropolitan area, including my hometown of Baltimore, Maryland. And it takes us to the future. Where do we go from here? As Dr. Martin Luther King once said, where do we go from here? Well, we go to me. We go to those younger individuals. I consider myself the baby of Jubilee Voices. We go to the babies of the group who are now taking the step forward, who are now taking the podium, who are now sharing their voice, who are now sharing the truth of this country's history, of our people's history, and the consistent lessons that have always been passed down from generation to generation, from the continent of Africa to the New World, to the United States. The lessons of love, the lessons of determination, the lessons of strength, the lessons of honor, the lessons of respect are the same lessons that we hear through the songs that we sing in the present that guides our future. So where do we go from here? We continue to fight, we continue to honor, we continue to share, we continue to tell our unapologetic truth, our unapologetic story. And it's a beautiful story. Despite all the things that might be shared, all the aspects of history that are not told, we tell a beautiful history that within the bondage, within our pain, there is joy. There's always been joy. There will always be joy. Continue to listen to our songs and hear our stories.
Hello, beloved community. The future is bright. The future is now. And we ain't gonna let anybody turn us around. No virus, no nothing. We live in a very special time, and now more than ever, what Jubilee Voices does and what the Washington Rebels does to bring together community and to support traditions is needed now more than ever. And I am happy, so happy, to announce that you'll be seeing more of us and more virtual presentations and tradition bearing and programs, even virtually, and hopefully one day when we can come face to face and sing. Part of the magic of this music and part of the power of this music is it got us through some difficult times. So we have to keep our eyes on the prize. We have to keep moving forward, and you'll be seeing us. We have several engagements coming up, and we're gonna do them virtually. One for the Maryland Iron Festival, another for Maryland Emancipation Day, and we'll be doing holidays such as Juneteenth and Emancipation Day in DC and other things. So log on to www.revelsdc.org and keep up with us so we can continue this wonderful sharing and continue building the beloved community and continuing to make some good trouble. You'll be seeing a lot of things from us. And one of those things is what we're going to present next. And what we're presenting next is a beautiful recitation of the poem, The Negro Speaks of Rivers by Langston Hughes. And that will be followed by a performance from a very, very special guest, Jacqueline Schwab, who will be playing piano on the Negro Spiritual. Sorry, that's how I grew up hearing that. My mother called them Negro Spirituals. Wade in the Water.
I've known rivers. I've known rivers ancient as the world and older than the flow of human blood in human veins.
My soul has grown deep, like the rivers. I bathed in the Euphrates when dawns were young. I built my hut near the Congo, and it lulled me to sleep.
I looked upon the Nile and raised the pyramids above it. I heard the singing of the Mississippi, and Abe Lincoln went down to New Orleans, and I've seen its muddy bosom turn all golden in the sunset.
I've known rivers, ancient dusky rivers. My soul has grown deep like the river.
Thank you so much for listening, and it's such an honor to be here tonight celebrating the Jubilee Voices 10th anniversary. I was fortunate to get involved when studio wizard Charlie Pilzer, who recorded the Civil War recording that we've been referring to, asked me, perhaps because I had been the pianist on the Ken Burns Civil War series, he asked me if I wanted to be part of it. He didn't have to twist my arm very hard. And so that was Hard Times Come Again, No More, American Music of the Civil Rights Era on the Washington Rebels label. I hope I'm getting this all correct. But then the amazing thrill for me for the project, although it was all fun, I love doing it all, but the amazing thrill was that I got a chance to accompany the Jubilee Voices. And I've been listening to spirituals since I was a kid. My mother loved them, and but I was pretty shy about accompanying the group. And I have to say, Andrea and the rest of the group were so welcoming and so friendly, and it helped me sort of put aside my doubts and just be there in the community and play. And so it was a pleasure to be there again tonight. The spiritual that we did together was Glory, Glory, Hallelujah, and I've been playing it ever since. Wade in the Water, maybe you know it's an old spiritual. Some people say it dates to the time of the Civil War, and maybe it refers to instructions, a code for how to escape the captors if you're running away, and that the water would be safe. It was first, what we do know is that it was first published by the Fisk Jubilee Singers, so how appropriate, in around 1901, which is after the Civil War and about 15 years before this piano was built that I'm playing on. And for me, the song summons up the spirit of the troubled waters that were there in the Civil War, that were there in the Civil Rights Movement, and are there with us today. As I understand it, the biblical view in stepping into the troubled waters could heal you. And thinking about John Lewis, that was his message too. So thank you all so much. And those of you listening, any support you can give to the Jubilee Singers, and just keep them going on. It's really important work they're doing. And again, thanks for letting me be part of your celebration.
So as quickly as 10 years have gone by, so too has our time this evening. I thank you all for your energy. Thank you for your spirit. To my Jubilee Voices, you know I love you. Y'all have seen so much of my growth in the past several years, and I wouldn't have it any other way. So thank you for being a part of my journey, and I'm so grateful to be a part of yours. So as we leave you all this evening, we leave you with a song that we typically sing at the end of our performances. It is a song of hope. It is a song of optimism, and it speaks to all the things that we continue to seek and will eventually get, whether it's in the next 10 years or longer. We will continue to fight. We will continue to sing. We will continue to tell our unapologetic story. So with that, we will have that great getting up morning. And until next time, we fare thee well.
There's a better day a-coming. Fare ye well, fare ye well. There's a better day a-coming. Fare ye well, fare ye well. When I see King Jesus. Fare ye well, fare ye well. When I see King Jesus. Fare ye well, fare ye well. Oh, in that great getting up morning. Fare ye well, fare ye well. In that great getting up morning. Fare ye well, fare ye well. In that great getting up morning, fare ye well, fare ye well. In that great getting up morning, fare ye well, fare ye well. There'll be no more crying. Fare ye well, fare ye well. There'll be no more crying. Fare ye well, fare ye well. There'll be no more dying. Fare ye well, fare ye well. There will be no more dying. the saints will be arising. Very well, very well. Oh, the saints will be arising. Very well, very well. There'll be no more striving. Very well, very well. There will be no more striving. Very well, very well. In that great getting up morning. Very well, very well. In that great getting up morning. Very well, very well. Oh, in that great getting up morning. Very well, very well. In that great getting up morning. Very well, very well. In that great getting up morning. Very well, very well. In that great getting up morning. Very well, very well. Oh, in that great getting up morning. Very well, very well. In that great getting up morning. Very well, very well. Oh, in that great getting up morning. Very well, very well. Oh, very well, very well, very well. In that great getting up morning. Very well, very well. In that great getting up morning. Very well.
Good evening, everyone, and I thank you very much for joining us, the Jubilee Voices of the Washington Rebels. Please continue to support us. Go to rebelsdc.org. Thank you for joining us this evening. Please go to rebelsdc.org for more information and to support us. Stay here now and watch our credits. Thank you.